If tomorrow you're going to kill my children,
Yes.
if the day after you're going to attempt to annihilate me.
I feel like we have a similar vibe here, Mossab, not gonna lie. What the West didn't do that was moral was kill it off when it was still small, relatively speaking. That's the crime. So this is the war crime we're committing. And I tell you what, just the way they treat women is a good enough reason to not want them to exist. And this is why I say I don't come for peace, I come for war. It's your choice. Who do you believe should be eliminated? A country, a people, listen, that compared to the size contribute to your life way more than the all Arab nations because of their scientific advancement, their scientific discoveries, their moral writings, their contribution in creating Western society as we know it today, including bringing a certain man to life that is called Jesus, everything that the Jews had done, versus a death cult that, if it takes over humanity, would lead to the complete destruction of it. So, yeah, I say I don't come for peace. I come for war. You make your choice. Which side do you stand with? And I believe in it's an all-out war. One side has to eliminate the other, except that if one side wins, then there will be prosperity. And if the other side wins, the whole humanity is gonna go extinct and kaput. That's it. That's what I think.
And now Netanyahu's government says, I will never allow them to exist. And then turns around in the next sentence says, can you believe they don't want us to exist? I mean, that's patently absurd.
Yes.
You do exist.
It's not absurd. It's not absurd. It's not absurd. It's not absurd. They shouldn't exist because it's the moral thing to do. Amalek should not exist.
There's nothing they could do about your existence. You're backed by the largest military in the history of humanity. But meanwhile, you are literally preventing the state of Palestine from existing. And then you say that is such an evil concept that you cannot even negotiate with it. But that's the concept that you not only believe in, but you're in the middle of doing right now. And nevertheless, I would negotiate with Israel, even though they have prevented the Palestinian state.
You have to negotiate with Israel. If you could have destroyed us, you would have done it by now. We have stupidly thought that if we make you understand that you have no hope, maybe you could improve your society and start becoming a little bit productive. But no, productiveness is not in your forte. Nope. You insist on being a destructive death cult, so you're gonna get a treatment of a destructive death cult.
State from existing, even though they have oppressed and occupied. And then this whole idea of, oh my God, these people are uniquely anti-Semitic. What did you think was going to happen? I hate that they're anti-Semitic, but if you occupy someone for 57 years,
you know how anti-German Israelis are? Oh my God, they hate Germans so much they're willing to do anything to make sure that Germany is destroyed. Oh wait, they're not like that? Maybe one doesn't necessarily lead to another unless you have a very, very sick kind of mindset. Dear Cenk.
Did you think they were going to love you? And then go, oh, yes. Oh, after 57 years of brutal occupation and humiliation and endless slaughters. Oh, I expected them to love the Jews. And if they don't, then I'm never going to speak to them. I'm never going to allow them to have a state. But my God, my feelings are hurt because the other side also doesn't want.
Okay. Listen. I just give you data, okay? Let's see how beautiful. What did the Palestinians give to the world versus what did the Jews give to the world, and then based on their achievement, let's make this the decision of who should stay alive. This is how I think it should actually be happening. Why? Like I said before, if you have two people, and let's say two people as in one person, not like two peoples, one person just studied all their life and they're trying to get to the best university, and the other person does everything they can to destroy the person that just studies because they do not believe they can do any better, or they believe that that they have some sort of a mental illness, and their voices in their heads tell them that they must see the other person destroyed. Yes, they are not on equal footings. One death is not equal to the other's death.
They want me to exist. It's patently absurd. The only reason you would say crazy things like that is if you never wanted a peace deal in the first place.
We don't actually.
Well, so you're building your argument.
Yes, we don't want a peace deal. We want the other side to, you know, what the funny thing is that if the Palestinians would start being productive, humanity-loving kind of people, they would stop being Muslims. They would stop being Arabs, and they would start being, in their mentality, something else, which is neither of those. So that would lead to their extinction of the Palestinian state as well, because Palestine is a death cult, and if the population there would stop being a death cult, then it's problem solved. Charlie Lemoyne, like and subscribe. Looking forward to live chat tomorrow with College Street, Kolkata. Yes, thank you so much for your support, Charlie, and thank you. AW Rap, thank you for reacting to this debate. I appreciate you hearing all sides with an open mind. Oh, thank you. Even though I don't come with peace, I come with war. I don't know how is it. Open-mindedness, but okay.
On the false narrative of occupation.
Okay.
So this whole a story of occupation and the victim mentality and why they are entitled for revenge and inflicting pain on Israel and destruction on a peaceful communities because they have been occupied. But then we say,
I feel like Kapseki, we're so much on the same wave, literally the same argument, just different words.
did Palestine ever exist? No, it didn't. It was not a country. It's not a people. It's not an ethnic group. It's not a race. It was just a colonial entity created by the British. Then it was terminated in 1948 when the Jews had the right to declare their independence. They did, but the Arabs refused. There weren't Palestinians at that time. The Palestinians were Jews, Arabs, Druze, Christians, everybody who lived in that territory during the colonial era. All of them were called Palestinians. It's created.
And now Israel has Jews, Christians, Muslims, Druze.
By the British. It was not a country. It was not like an ethnic country, an Arab country that was called Palestine. So if this is the truth of the situation, then there is no such thing as occupation. Yeah. And the entire tale that you are building on the occupation allegation is false.
So